S.O.A.P is our daily study of the Bible, featuring a scripture, an observation, an application, and a prayer. Good morning. Today's Thursday, July 29th. I'm Tom Tracy, and this is your daily S.O.A.P. Our scripture for today is Romans 12, verse 2. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you'll learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. The observation is, stop the stinkin' thinking. And the application, have you ever heard the phrase, I just did it without thinking? Well, there are some things that happen that way. It's called muscle memory. For example, playing a chord on a guitar or shifting gears when you're accelerating on your bike. Those are things that just happen because you've done them so many times that your body is just accustomed to them, and your brain just triggers it without you really thinking about it. But most things that we do are based on thought. At some point, we start to entertain some type of thought, and that led to some type of a plan. And then the plan leads to action. It's just simply the way our minds and our bodies work. We think about things, then we somehow determine how to do it, and then we do it. Now, sometimes these thoughts are nearly instantaneous and they happen one right after the other, and other times, well, they can take years to develop. Sometimes they're good and they follow God's order, and that's what Paul is talking about here when he says you'll learn the will of God when you allow Him to transform your mind. When you're thinking about things of God, you learn God's will, which is good and pleasing and perfect. But when we don't allow our minds to be transformed, we continue to go back into the old way of thinking. Sometimes things that start out as benign can soon turn cancerous and destroy our life. Thoughts of anger, they tend to take hold of your life and they turn into bitterness and hatred. Thoughts of a new car can turn into an overwhelming mountain of debt. Thoughts of another woman can lead to an affair. How does that happen, you say? The casual thought that you have of just seeing that woman and admiring her, and then saying hello just to be nice. And then having a cup of coffee just because you're friends. And then realizing that you're hiding things from your wife. That you're no longer texting her on the same account that you use for everybody else. You've shifted that mindset from something that was innocent and looking at a woman and saying hi to something that is now cancerous and is destroying your life. It happens just that way. It starts out as something very benign sometimes and winds up with something that's deadly and destructive. But if we allow God to transform our minds and change the way we think, we will learn what's good for Him. We will learn what's good and pleasing and perfect. Let God direct your thoughts. Let Him change the way you think. And watch what happens to the rest of your life. Our prayer for today, Father, help me change the way I think. Renew my mind so that I may stay focused solely on You. I trust that the Lord has spoken to you through this message today. If so, do me a favor and hit like and share and send it to a friend. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you here again tomorrow. Have a great day. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check us out. Surf around, and if you like what you see, do me a favor and mash that subscribe button and hit the bell.